Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the match reaction to Everton's final pre-season game ahead of the start of the Premier League next week against Tottenham Hotspur. It was Everton 2, Preston North End 0. Decent run out for the Blues today. Obviously, very young side. Harry Tyre playing in goal. Obviously, because the three ahead of them all on international duty. And then, the likes of John Joe Kenny playing, Gibson and Kunku playing left back. And then the likes of Walcott, and in front of him, Gibson in midfield. So, real mixed bag. Nice to see Bernard and Richarlison back as well. So, a real mixed bag. Not much experience on the bench either. Iwobi missing as well. Fabian Delph, Yerry Mina. So, a real young side. That was dealt a blow quite early on when Mason Holgate went down after he recovered, tried to make a recovery tackle after letting the ball slip past him. Very, very lax in pre-season, which with a week to go, you'd expect the player to be a little bit more switched on. Although this is only our second pre-season game, which is a bit of a slight worry. But, yeah, he went down. He had to go off. He went off quite gingerly, did walk off the pitch, but it is quite worrying with only a week to go. Obviously, Michael Keane on international duty. As I said, Yerry Mina is still coming back from injury. And only the likes of Branthwaite, then Lewis Gibson there as well. So that is worrying. You wouldn't want him to be out for any real length of time, as the Premier League will be back thick and fast. So, and we don't really have, out of the other two senior players, the centre-backs, if Yerry Mina is available, we don't have anyone like Mason Holgate. So, disappointing. That was the only real disappointing aspect of the game, because everything else was, went quite well. We started brightly and we took the lead through John Joe Kenny, pushing up and scoring on his return to Goodison Park, and then it was a goal midway through the second half from Dominic Calvert-Lewin. We had a couple of goals disallowed as well. Dom had one certainly in the second half. I think Richarlison might have had the other one. So it was a good run out. Good to see some of the players pushing on. As I mentioned, Harry Tyre in goal. I thought he did brilliantly well. Made a couple of fantastic saves. One in the first half when Preston got clean through one-on-one, pushed it wide, or got an arm on it to push it wide. And one in the second half with point-blank header, which he pushed onto the crossbar. Absolutely fantastic. His distribution was really good as well. I don't know how far developed this kid is. I'm sure he'll play for the 23s this year, but looked very confident. Not the biggest goalkeeper in the world, but looked really confident. As I said, is the ball at his feet as well. Looked really composed as well. So great to see a player like that. John, who come on for when Mason Holgate went off, came on at right back, and John Joe Kenny went inside to centre back, which was really interesting. He did really well, pushed on up and down the right and done really well. So certainly those two young players and the rest of the players did well. Anthony Gordon had a good game. Gylfi Sigurdsson. Everyone really had a decent run out today. You weren't sitting there scratching your head a little bit like the Blackpool game. Everton were always in control, which is good with a week to go before the pre-season. And as I said, the only real experienced player to come on was Yannick Bolasie, who actually had a good run out till he incredibly missed a tap-in from a yard out. It's like he went to kick the ball early, missed it, and then as his foot's come back, he's kicked it out of the goal. And then Ellis Sims had a shot on goal, which was going in, and hit Bolasie, who was still sitting on the floor, a la Sigurdsson against Manchester United. So a real comedy that will overshadow a good 15-20 minute cameo from Yannick Bolasie. So it was absolutely incredible moment. But obviously for Bernard and Richarlison, they were playing their first games. They were both bright. Richarlison, being himself really on the ball, trying to run at people, trying to commit people. He'll be disappointed probably not to get a goal. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin did okay, and as I said, got a goal, had one disallowed, looked a threat. But with the week before the season, it's a weird one because it was only our second pre-season game. But it's a week before the season, so obviously you're not throwing everything at the opposition. And I think Preston played yesterday as well, so they were rotating their squad. they didn't look in great, in great shakes. They were rotating their squad, as I said. So difficult to get a true bearing on obviously where we are, but it's hard to know where anybody is. It's the weirdest Premier League start of a season we've ever had. Really coming so close after the end of the last one. An international weekend the week before, so loads of the players are missing. The transfer window not closing for another month throws another thing into the mix. We've obviously just brought Alan in. Obviously, the two other players we're hoping we're going to sign. Obviously, listen, there are no guarantees. There are no guarantees when players go through, when arrive at your shores and go through fitness tests and money. There's still money to be decided. So, nothing's ever nailed on, but we've got Alan through the door, and hopefully if we can get the other two in, or certainly Decore first, because I think that's the first area we really need. And then maybe he used to say that if a couple go out, we don't go and look for a couple more. Whether it be a right back or a right winger or a left winger, who knows. But a decent run out of Goodison Park for the Blues. And yeah, it's just 7 days till the Premier League starts. We face Tottenham next Sunday, and it's a difficult start to the season, of course it is. But yeah, hopefully we'll be starting to. Well, hopefully this, we'll look like a Premier League team. And it's always the same at this time of year with the friendlies. You're always worried the week before. Certainly Everton, we've always looked poor in friendlies. I can't remember the last time we won the friendly before the season, so it's nice that we did this year. So I'll take some positivity from that anyway. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you happy with what you saw today, especially with so many players not available for international duty? What are your thoughts on getting those players in? Alan was in the stands today. Obviously, I think some people thought he might get a little bit of time on the pitch, but I don't think he's trained yet. So it's that was one of those things. I'm sure he'll train from Monday onwards, and hopefully he should be ready for next Sunday. So yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you want more great videos, join us on Patreon. We'll be live on Monday chatting about this game. You want to join us live and get involved in the show? That's where you can find us, over on Patreon. The link is in the description. See you later.